Hello, and welcome back to Journey to Root Hold. I want to be facing this way. We are dealing with some seep. Now, okay. Thought I was doing alright, but apparently not. Seep is honestly not really the most exciting monster in the game. It's one that I really think is cool. The first time I saw this, I was just so blown away by the idea of a monster being in the wall, but having actually played a bunch of DROD since then, I acknowledge that, you know, it's actually a pretty simple monster, honestly. But I guess like most things, like roaches aren't that exciting either, but they can be used really well to make interesting puzzles. And Seep's kind of the same way. It's the surrounding architecture that makes Seep interesting. It's not the Seep itself that's interesting. Okay, here we go. Like this room, for example. Got to deal with a bunch of roaches. Whoops. But also a bunch of seep at the same time. And seep's kind of interesting in these little intersections because as long as two corners are occupied, you can't actually get in there. And you have these 2x2 kind of squares here. If these are all full, you can't actually get through it as long as two squares are full of seep. We have to find an alternative way through, and also not be too hasty when you're, oh, whoops, dealing with roaches like that. Okay. So I can't get to that queen even though she's close. So pay attention to the roaches coming from behind. Alright, well, we can keep pulling the seep up this way. And eventually we can clear it all out. Okay, so now we can get down this way, which lets us get to that first queen. Which, whoops, as is usually the case with roach queen horde rooms. Oh, this is hardly a horde, but once you deal with the first queen, everything just gets easier. If the architecture is set up in a specific way, you can have a situation where that's not true. But usually, rooms with lots of roach queens just get easier the further you go. Missed a seep there. So I find rooms like this to be pretty interesting. I don't know, it's just kind of a methodical... Ooh, barely got these out in time. It's a very methodical process, but it's one that I enjoy. Kind of like cutting through tar. As long as you know that the patterns are good, or you have a mother to help you, so you don't have to worry about the tar fully, or getting into positions that are gonna get you stuck. Like, as long as it's, you know, it's clearable, it's kind of nice just to hack away at it and see yourself making progress. And I kind of feel the same way about seep mazes. You just pick away at stuff and eventually new passages open up. Here I couldn't get in here because I had, again, two barriers. If it was just one seep here I could have jumped in, but two seep here, that is impenetrable. All the saves. I am well checkpointed. Well, good thing I was checkpointed. No, I have undo. I'm okay. But... Alright. And one... Ooh. One last queen down here. And that's this room. Oops. Yeah, so just some fun roach combat. Some roach and seep combat. Yeah, you don't see... Like, seep is just an unusual monster. I rarely ever see it actually used in... as a monster. I mean, it's usually used to have some sort of tricky... manipulation type stuff, but it's not as often used just to occupy space. Maybe it's because I haven't played a lot of Journey to Rooted Hold era custom holds. Maybe I'll get an overdose of seep and start disliking the element once I get into that. Alright, this is pretty straightforward, but a pretty cool demonstration of something else. Oops. So, we'll go for the mother first. Yes, this is going to be fine. We'll just take it out. Yes, okay. So here, what this is showing is that you can kill seep in interesting ways. Oops. Let's get as many of you in there as we can. By opening a door on a seep, they cannot survive. Now to get all of those into position. This was probably the worst one to leave for last. So I'm probably not actually going to be able to clear them. It depends on move order, I guess. Oh, right, they're... You know what, let's just start over. Let's do that one first. What I'm doing here is I'm cutting this tar down into such a position where a single cut will get rid of it. And what do I need? I need 8. At least 8? Okay. So I was actually off. I should have been up one higher so that I could have maximized that space, but that works. Right, and that's why I'm going to leave trapdoors as they are. Leave one up here so that I can do that. And yeah, that'll work nicely. So just a fairly simple demonstration room. Trapdoors in seep. And also demonstrating again that they can be on different kinds of surfaces, different kinds of walls, including... so is there a broken wall here somewhere? Broken wall, there we go. Yeah, broken wall's fine. Trapdoor gates, obviously. This is a way I do see seep used quite a bit. is to have a trapdoor puzzle and then just have a seep on a trapdoor gate somewhere off on the side of the room that you can only kill by dropping all the trapdoors. That's a way, instead of using a conquer token, I suppose, it's just an alternative form of that. Which is pretty cool. Green doors, obviously we can't open those until we've killed all the seeps, so we're not going to be able to kill the seep by opening the green doors.
This place gives me the creeps.
Take those out. Probably didn't need to take those out. Challenge scroll? Challenge. Solve the next room. Okay. This room... Actually, I need to start this room from here, now that I look at it. Because of these ortho squares, I can't get through. Trapdoor ortho square puzzles are really easy. Like, you're basically removing a whole bunch of the choices that the player would have. So it very quickly just runs down to you have each choice, and you make that choice, and it's wrong, and it's like, okay, well, I've just cut off like half of my options, so I guess I'll choose the other one, and then you just kind of solve it that way. Okay, so this room, what do we have going on here? Well, target, so we have to clear all of this. Fuse that will only ever be toggleable, lightable? Can only ever be lit, there we go. English. Once we've toggled this orb twice, because that's gonna, well, I guess once technically would be enough, because that'll cut the fuse, and then we can light it from here. We need to light it because this mud is uncuttable from this in its current state. Okay. Oops, let's not start with a weight. We'll kill those seep. Kill all the seep. In this room, the seep doesn't actually do anything that I can see. Particularly interesting anyway. I mean, it enforces that I cut the mud, so it's being used in that way. So like this one here is being used to enforce the cutting of... Oh, whoops. That stuff. But... interestingly, if I clear all of this tar now, I guess that's an interesting thing this room demonstrates. If I clear the tar and the mud, I can get out this way, but I would also leave babies inside the wall, and I wouldn't be able to clear the room. So I'm going to choose to not do that. And instead... Okay, I guess we'll go around this way. Didn't get there. Oh, okay, well, that works. That clears the room. And now we have to do this again. You know, it might have actually been... If I want to get a high score, I probably want to start from this entrance now that I look at this, because then I'm saving myself a bunch of running. Which would involve clearing the room, but leaving a baby, but then deliberately coming through. Or I guess actually just starting from here. Well, no, I'd have to clear this room first. Okay, to do that. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, those cannot ever be dealt with. They're just going to sit there. But it doesn't count as seeding the room and having it respawn, because the room was already cleared, so I can leave babies behind on the second run of the room. Our stuff's weird. In fact, I was gonna say I don't have to even deal with these, but I do have to not die. There is that. Ortho squares being weird, keeping me alive. Okay, is there anything that I want to do on the outside? I can stab this, but I can stab it on my way through anyway, and it's going to be faster to turn my sword a bunch of times on the trapdoors instead of running up here and back. Not that this is going to be fully optimized anyway, I've already made some questionable decisions. This is just, you know, if there are no ortho squares, you step here to stab the one and get the other, but with the ortho squares, that's not necessary. In fact, this seems to be more of an ortho square room than anything else. It's like demonstrating that ortho squares keep you safe from moves that would kill you in other situations. And then the actual trapdoors.
For the Empire. It was slayers after this Delver. He's important. He's cunning. He needs some help before he gets to the Empire. Ah, I see.
That message is starting to fall apart. It's, an extremely long-running joke going on here with these messengers. Yeah, as far as my actual movements here go, I mean, I don't really have any choices I can make at any given stage here. Because I have ortho squares, so it's pretty obvious how I have to do any of these moves. I mean, here I had a little bit of choice for that little 3x3 square. Let's see here. Yeah, see, again, I have to go south, because otherwise I can't ever get there. So I guess... yeah, okay, I did have to think about that one a little bit. We're through. Oops. I guess we're probably going down here. We'll have to do that. Let's clean this up. Hold on. I could safely do that. Interesting. I wasn't sure what the timing on that would be, but the trapdoor drops before the seep gets a turn. Okay. Well, learned something new, I suppose. And this was a challenge scroll. Solve the next room from the north. Yeah, that's the only challenge scroll so far, right? And we've had... I mean, these have been pretty basic rooms. I'm not really sure how you would add a challenge to any of them. This is the exit here. Can't get in there yet. Solve from the north, so that means I have to traverse the room without clearing it. I mean... oh, yeah, seep over here. I mean, that's going to be really easy to do. Just don't place a potion to kill this one. Yeah, because the only way to kill this is with a decoy being placed with his sword into the wall. I guess this is a trick with this one. It looks like you're supposed to put the decoy here to light the fuse. But this is actually a toggle which will cut the fuse, so we can just light the fuse here and blow up all of these that way. Okay, how reckless do I want to be with just traversing this room without clearing it? I do happen to remember that there is a secret here, and this secret can only be accessed while the Mud Mother is still alive, because you need to cut a 2x2 blob of tar, which means if you clear the room and then exit to the north, you can never actually access this secret on this save. I don't know if I want to be that aggressive getting through here, but this is what I've decided to do. I'm just going to ignore everything. And... I was one turn too slow. And now I'm... well, now I'm not dead. Okay. Oh, whatever. Oh, well, that's a problem, isn't it? You know what? Let's just start this whole thing over and be faster. And we can be faster by not making unnecessary cuts. There we go. If I do that, I'm not safe, and I shouldn't have done that. Okay, well, that's okay. We know how to get in there now. Now we just wait patiently, might as well kill some seep. Okay. Can I get out of here? No. I'm actually unable to escape from this room. And this doesn't matter whether the room is cleared or not, just because of this tar blob. It would be impossible to ever actually leave this room. So I'm going to have to restore... Did I hit any checkpoints anywhere along the way? This one. That might be my most recent checkpoint. Okay, well that's unfortunate. Well, we'll worry about that later. So we're never going to have a save file. We'll never have a clean save file because it's impossible to clear this room and also clear the level. We were a turn short of actually cutting through this. Now, this fuse is eventually going to hit this and give us access to this tar mother. Until then, we need to stop tar from growing into these little alcoves because it'll be uncuttable once it grows into both parts here, and then the third growth will get it, uncuttable on the third growth. The second growth I can still cut into it, but once it grows the third time and gets in here, that's a problem. Now, as I recall, it's actually impossible to cleanly deal with all of this tar. Also, we don't want it to grow in there, because then it'll block my escape from this room. Even if I can't fully escape from the room, I still need... Okay, well that kind of works. Okay, well we finally got this blob done. This is terrible. For a number of reasons. As the fuse burns, more and more tar has the ability to grow, which is kind of what makes this tricky. Okay, so if I do something like this, and leave those tar babies there, good. Those tar babies will ensure that... Well, except I'm not going to be able to get here in time. Okay, never mind. Let's just start over. So, this blob we don't care about. I should not have cleared it. Just clear that right away. Because that's totally fine. And whoops, instead, I'm dead here, aren't I? Mistakes were made. Yep. Okay, well, I can go in here. That was not as clean as last time, but I guess that's fine. Okay, let's actually deal with these first. Okay, this is a nice cuttable shape. Yep, sure is. Do not care about anything down here. So this is my next target. This is another issue. This is the last issue though, isn't it? Yeah, as long as you... Oh wow, this is a lot easier than I was remembering. Like, as long as you... That way? Yes, that's fine. Because we can use the babies to block it a little bit. Right. So we have 2 more cycles to kill both of the tar mothers in. Oops, unfortunately... Getting to this one in 2 cycles. Getting to this one's not too bad. Okay, so I have to kill this one. Okay. And that still lets me get out. Oh, that was pretty clean, actually. For the mess that this room is, that was a pretty good run, I feel. And can still get out. Yeah, I remember that being way harder. I guess just strategically cutting, like ignoring that blob and dealing with this one, and these over here, and this, like targeting those, the ones that are actually a problem right away, really makes that one a lot easier to deal with than I was expecting. Still pretty slow, apparently. Oh well. Alright, and then we have to restore, because we can't actually clear this room. So this will be considered restored for this save file, which means that we will be able to access the dream plane at the end. Well, assuming we've got all the other secrets. Even if we haven't cleared that room on this run, and I think, yeah, I have to actually start from here. That's okay, this was relatively straightforward. So we'll just do this, it won't take me long. Alright, good enough. Just hit that again, just in case. So again, solve this room from the north. Well, again, we can... Oops, our goal is not to actually clear the room, so let's just get through, which we did. Okay, we're safe. And actually, this might be the last room of the hold, or sorry, of the hold of the level. So yeah, clear these 2, and we're out. Use only 3 decoy potions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's do this first, since we have to clear this from the side anyway, and we haven't really given this room a serious look yet. So what's going on here? You hit the orb once, you have to get all of these seep, all of the seep on a single orb activation. Okay, where do we use the decoys? Well, one here, one here, one here. And then seep in this, at least 4 seep here, so we need at least 2 here, stuck on this, attracted to a decoy, and the other 4 will just naturally come towards Beethro at this end without a decoy, so I don't think we need the 4th. The 4th decoy is just for this, right? Okay, well... I mean, this seems pretty obvious. Is there anywhere else I could put? Well, no, putting it up there would be terrible. So yeah, we'll put a decoy there, just to keep those into position. So this seems like a good idea. Because it keeps that space blocked so that seep can't move through it. Seep cannot move through swords. However, we probably want to do that from this side if that's what we're doing. Okay, so what are we going to do over here? Well, we can use this potion, right? No, this will not work. Well, it will if I put it there, right? Okay. And then... Okay, we actually have 7 seep here. So what that actually means is that we need them lined up like that, and we have to kill a seep. That does extend out to there, okay. In that case, whoops. Let's go here, and... Really? Oh, I'm in range. Okay, well in that case, let's just do it that way. Right, because I'm in range, and that gets them all here. But 4 is a crowd. Okay. Oh, I mean, I guess it could be a challenge, but that didn't really feel like... I honestly don't think that 4th potion would have helped me very much. Maybe if this was, you know, the first time I was playing the seep level, and I still wasn't familiar with decoy range. This is really the hard part right here, getting the 2 seep off of this, I feel. Maybe using a potion for that could help. I don't know, but overall I feel like that was actually a pretty easy room. Or rather, sorry, not an easy room, because there's some tricky stuff involved with the decoy placement, but a pretty easy challenge, because once you know what to do with the decoys, the 4th one doesn't help so much. Alright, we have... Okay, yep, so this is the kind of thing I was talking about, using these as enforcement mechanisms, so I must hit this orb at some point, because that's the only way to kill this seep. Of course, we want to cut the fuse anyway, so, you know, that's what we want to do. Here from the north, why is this harder from the north? Is it because we can't just rush in and kill the tar mother right away, so we're going to have tar babies to deal with? Again, like, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a particularly hard challenge. Unless there's an issue with the tar I'm not thinking of that's going to make something unclearable. Like, there's no target. I don't have to... Let's just get this web off of us. Not really that big of an issue, but I'd still rather not have to deal with it if I can help it. Did you want to do that? It allows stable tar to grow, which... I mean, lets me get through here. I needed to hit that orb another time. Okay. Goodbye, high score. I mean, I haven't been optimizing any of these particularly well anyway. So, I mean, that's probably... Okay, well... Should be safe, yep. I have a time limit. Okay. In that case, forgetting to hit that orb a second time actually prevented me from solving the room. Also, we got to kill a seep on it. That's kind of neat. Let's wait on that. There we go. Yeah, so I have... Oh, there's no issue now because I have tar babies in here. Okay, I just got unlucky with... Well, unlucky. There's no luck in this game. I just had an unfortunate situation occur there. Where... Oh dear. Not like what I saw happening there. Okay, Wubba can protect my back while I very slowly clear out some stuff. Is there any problem with hitting this early? Nope, it's not hitting an orb or anything. Hitting this will cause a whole bunch more babies to spawn, though, which is a little bit unfortunate, I guess, but... we're sealed in anyway, so that's not that big a deal. I guess I should probably just go for the mother, because there's no reason to go for the potion yet. These babies are blocking that, and I can easily get into them after, so... Whoops, Wubba's making this a little bit more difficult than I would like. Why am I cutting up that way? Well, I've got Wubba's with me. And I'm still gonna have Wubba's with me, because I have to... That's going to actually kill me. Okay, these Wubbas are going to be a serious problem here in a moment. I had to do that to stop my back from getting blocked. Whoops, I guess I'm gonna wait. Okay, well I got past the Wubba. But unfortunately I don't have a way of getting around these without... No, because that's not actually going to get me where I need to be. Was not safe. Okay, I guess I'll use the Wubba for cover. And that does actually get the Wubbas off my back. Okay. Do that again. Looking at this... I can cut through that to get back up top, so I'm okay. This is still going to be clearable, but yeah, leaving the mother... for last like that, or for that late in the room, does make it harder. I'm actually going to clear this, because I want... Oh, whoops. I'm very uncomfortable suddenly. I'm not used to dealing with the Wubbas like this while cutting through tar. Okay, they're gone. I suppose that would be an interesting linchpin if you had a tar maze of sorts which was uncuttable without using Wubbas as blockers. You had to have Wubbas following behind you. I wonder if it would be possible to set up architecture in such a way that that would be the case. Okay, we're going to turn our sword this way. Get that seep. This is a little bit annoying because I'm going to have to... no, I don't have to get all those Wubbas active again. I think I can work my way around them if I'm a little bit cunning about this. Yeah. Leave that block in the corner. Let's go all the way down. Oh, I'm actually completely blocked on that side. There we go. A view from above. And that is in fact the last room of the level. And with Tar and Wubbas, this is potentially, you could make some really nasty rooms to traverse even once they've been cleared. Right, we need to go down here. Right, so I got the secret, even though it's not showing up because that was on a different timeline, I guess. Alternate reality Beethro clears that room and then starves to death, I suppose. Or, you know, maybe another Delver comes along, or, you know, the Slayer cuts him free by accident or something. You can choose to believe that alternate reality. Alright, and of course we have more seep to deal with, and goblins on trapdoors. Everybody's favorite. Okay, I hit the orb, it releases both goblins, and it also releases all of the seep. So this is interesting here. This is going to demonstrate that, you know, normally a roach would slide vertical preference along those walls. This would be impossible to get into, but I think this is called flexible beelining, maybe. The seep choose whichever of these two would be closer to Beethro. Which means that we still have to do that. Wait a minute. No, we have to do that. That's how we get in there. Okay. Let's see. So as we hit this, these doors close, which causes all of these seep to swarm in. We then have to deal with the seep. But we also have to have the trapdoors in such a state where we can kill all of the seep. So let's just kill these goblins first. Is that what I wanted to do? Not really. There we go. Goblins have been dealt with. Now, to deal with this seep, we have to... Let's see, to get these middle segments, we're going to have to stand on these trapdoors, which means we... Well, let's clear out that bit first. Since we do have a red door here, we have to drop all of the trapdoors. What am I doing here? This isn't going to work. Yeah, nope, that does not work. Okay, can I start at this edge? Is that better? No. Maybe we start at the other side, because we have all the extra seep over here. I mean, let's see, I can get a few that way, but... Yes, because then I can do this, and that gets me where I need to be. And then from here... I just screwed that up. Okay. Let's go with the super easy way of dealing with it. Not the efficient way of dealing with it, but the easy way of dealing with it. And let's just be patient. Again, I think that's everything we need to do on this side. Now, this is still going to be a little bit tricky. I'm going to have to... Yeah, I might not actually have enough space here. So I'm going to have to do that. That's fine, okay. So much seep. There we go. And then all of these trapdoors that we did not need. Trapdoors just kind of give an interesting, I guess, sort of time limit? Move limit, I guess, would be literally what that is. You can't move around too much. And that's it for our introduction to seep. Yeah, unsurprisingly, that was not a very efficient end to that room. Also, my timer is saying 47 minutes, but this is saying 38. That's because the time in alternate reality Beethro does not count, I guess. Yeah, and secrets found 0. It's a lie. I found a secret. 18th level. I don't remember... I have no idea what this is. Also, only 18th level. I feel like we should be further than that, but I guess this is, it's a big place. It's a big hold. So, a Slayer level of sorts? While Slayer can, of course, hunt down his quarry in any imaginable environment. If the prey proves too elusive, it is often possible to expedite matters by trapping him or her in an enclosed area with well-defended means of entry and egress. In such an area, even the most clever of opponents will find it hard to escape the reach of the wisp. From a speech given by the 32nd Slayer to students.
I will not be ignored, Budkin.
Okay, another one of these start on challenge scroll levels. Okay. So we do have a Slayer-themed level. I don't think we've had one of these yet. Not since, I guess, the 3rd level when the Slayer was first introduced. And those ones were pretty basic. Okay, so seeing this, I do remember this level now. This one has some tricky rooms in it. Clear the room within 100 turns without leaving it to enter from another direction. 100 moves. Can we even get all of those in 100 moves? Well, okay, well, we probably want to...
Not be ignored, Budkin.
Okay, let's just send the queen to that corner. Okay, you're going to be active. That's okay. That counts clearing it in 100 moves? Or do I have to exit? Finish what you start. Okay. Did not actually escape within 100 moves. It took me 101 for that demo. Alright, what's going on here? Oh, this room. This is... Yeah, this is pretty trivial. Just have to ride the snake train. We get to here. Now, if I do that, you're going to go around again. Can I get around you if I let you come up here? You're on vertical preference. Okay, now you're on horizontal. Thing is, I don't have a way of getting you into that immediately. You're in horizontal preference. Vertical, I can do that. And then I can just send you along. You're on vertical preference. Okay. It might be faster to solve if I was not actually stuck in there with the serpent, but that should be decent. 9th place. Okay. This mechanism just forces me to... Doesn't force me to do anything, actually. It just lets me go in a certain order. I'll follow the prescribed order, I suppose, though. Alright, this is just a horde room. Got a bunch of roach queens and some wraithwings to deal with. And the Slayer, of course. Let's just... Yeah, wraithwings are kind of weird. Hard to... Hard to tell exactly what they're gonna do. Let's go for... let's die. How about that? Kill that Roach Queen first. Because the Slayer is just a little bit too close. Is that the last Wraithwing? I think it is. Okay, turn our sword the other way. Alright, well, that was pretty straightforward. Oh, goblins on ortho squares. Right, I remember there are a couple of rooms like this, aren't there? Also, this room is impossible from this side. We need to start up here. Well, if we start up here... Oh yeah, you're gonna get stuck in there, you're gonna get stuck in there. That's totally fine, because we can go diagonally across those arrows. But we can't get there from here, we have to go around. A challenge. Oh, I remember this room being really hard the first time I played it. Hi, Half.
Here I am again.
Ralph, good to see you.
So, the problem is this mud right here.
Dog.
Got it.
I've already lost. Yeah.
Here I am
Ralph,
again.
good to see you.
Because I need to... Oh, I have no time. Challenge, don't use half? So the issue here is that if the tar grows here, I can never get into this tar. I can't just kill the tar mother because I need the tar mother to be alive when I go through here, which means I have to kill the mud mother first. Did I leave it too late? I did. Okay. Now I could use... half. If I don't want to use half, what I have to do... I'm almost certain that's what the challenge is. What I have to do... I can let this grow once with the mud in its current shape. What I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to... Is that what I want? No. We're going to have to just... Yeah, we can't... don't think I have enough time. Just trying to... Okay, I did have enough time. But the issue is here is this is going to grow and it's just going to be sealed next turn. And... that was too slow. Okay, so what can I do here? Because I would really like to have like the ideal solution is just to put health in one of these two tiles. Which I could set up pretty easily from here. Maybe I shouldn't be making assumptions about the challenge scroll. But is there a way to set this up so that I'll have tar babies here? I mean, I would need a massive tar baby flood for that to happen. Because I would need... There's no way to get anything stuck above it here. And also have tar babies here. And if it grew this way, if it grew at all, like it can't grow here unless it's already grown here. And if it's here, there's no way I'll ever cut into it. Okay, so I cannot use a tar baby to keep this in place. I just have to cut it back and forth and then be more efficient. This is, yeah, not gonna work. For a couple of reasons. Well. Nope, that's not gonna work either. Oh. No, I'm doing this all wrong. I wanna trap. Okay. No, the way to do this is to do that. Oops. Actually, you can do that. That's fine because I can still access that. Now from here. Oh. From here. There's not really any point in cutting this, is there? I can release these roaches. I'm always going to be able to cut into that. And now I'm going to have to run back and forth a whole bunch here because I'm going to have to do this. But next growth cycle is going to be too much. Could keep that down. Yeah, I probably should actually because That mud's gonna be a huge pain to clear, but... Oh, did I actually make any progress? I don't think I did. Well, okay, I can get one more... No, I can't. This is gonna be too slow. When was the last time I checkpointed? Yeah, back here. Figures. Okay, well, let's just do... Wait. Okay. I didn't get the baby I wanted. Okay, this should be fine. I'm just... Okay, let's actually hit that checkpoint on the way back. It's in a good spot. I'm just not using it. How did I get this before? That? There we go. Okay. And if I do one more, it's going to be too late, so I have to go all the way back and cut this. Okay, let's do that. That stops that from growing. That gives me enough time to do this. And still get out. One more time. And then we got all that mud. Okay, we're gonna wait to let the babies block some growth. There we go. Now we can clear okay. That's been dealt with. Now we have to cut back all the mud. Oh wow, this, yeah. That's what I get for attempting a maybe challenge. At the end of my video, this has gone on quite a bit longer than I would have liked already, but this should be fine. We don't have to take out all of this mud, but to get in here, actually, we do have to take out all of this mud. So I guess that's what we're going to do. Because if we don't do this, we can't get access to that one edge. This is why, as Rabscuttle nicely put it in one of my previous videos, mud is easier than tar, but tar mothers are easier than mud mothers. And this is why. Like, clearing this isn't difficult. Well, it's not difficult to find a pattern that will be clearable. But it's a bit of a pain to cut through, and we're going to see more of that here. One thing you can do is just kind of sit your body in the way to block growth. Which I did not do there. Let's do that. Well, that went well. If I'm doing these diagonals, seems like an efficient way of cutting away at this mud. Okay, let's just get rid of that little bit. Yeah, and then again, we have to go through all of this. Oh, I can't. Okay, I can if I go over one. I have to come in here like this. Okay, I do not have to actually go through the rest of this. Yeah, I'll just do that. I don't have to clear the rest of this mud, but you know what? It's there. So hopefully I get the challenge. Sometimes that's the best kind of help.
Thanks for your help.
Anytime.
Keep your nose clean, eh?
Don't use health. Okay, yep. Yeah, so obviously it's a lot easier if you just use health down here to block tar growth, so that that's not going to be an issue, but, you know, it's a pretty neat little trick to get the mud stuck on a baby there. But that's it for that. I cannot clear this room from this side, so I guess we have to back through this level and go through this mechanism again. And we'll see where this leads us in the next part. I will see you then.